I want to tell you this story. I hear about this lady that she saw this little old man sitting on the porch. He was sitting in his rocking chair, and he always looked so happy. He was always smiling. So day after day, she was seeing this little old man there, and he was always smiling. So one day, she approached him and asked him, I said, can I ask you something? What's the secret for such long, happy life? You're always smiling. You're always in a good mood. How do you do it? And he said, it's very easy. I smoke 3 packs of cigarettes every day. I eat only junk food, and I never exercise. She said, that's amazing. How old are you? I'm 36. So I want to talk to you today about safe but trapped. You see, Rosh Hashanah, the high holidays, are a time to do what the rabbis call Cheshbon HaNefesh. It's introspection. It's the time where we have the opportunity to review our previous year, all the things that we did, but also all the things that we wanted to do, but we didn't do it. You see, the thing is, we have wonderful ideas, but then you know what happens? Life happens. And then we get overwhelmed for what we have in front of us. We get scared. Sometimes we feel lonely. Sometimes we feel excluded. So we have all these scary feelings. And what we do is we escape from our purpose. You see, this is what happened with King David. I was reading in the book of Samuel, in the first book of Samuel, actually it's chapter 22, if I remember correctly, that King David knew that he was meant to be the new king of Israel. But I guess that didn't make Saul very happy. So now we have King David that was scared because of what Saul made do to him. So this scared King David, it says in the book of Samuel that he escaped from the land of Gath and he went to the cave of Adullam. This is the great thing about this. You know what? Now he was safe. He was safe in that cave. Absolutely safe, but he was trapped. You see, he escaped to something that he was trapped in. Because the way we escape could lead to greater captivity. And that's what happened with King David. He knew that it was so much more for his life. He was meant to be the king of Israel, but at one point he realized he will never be able to achieve that goal as long as he stayed in that safe cave. You see, when I was reading this story, I was thinking about myself and about each one of you the following question. What's your escape when you feel overwhelmed, when you feel lonely, when you feel scared, when you feel excluded? And I was realizing that the entire Bible, the entire Tanakh, is about escaping. It's about individuals who wanted to be safe. And they reacted differently, but they all had a common goal. They wanted to be safe. They couldn't tolerate what was in front of them. One of the most famous stories from the Torah is about Jacob and his sons and his family. You know what happened? They were living in the land of Canaan. And eventually there was a famine in the land of Canaan, an overwhelming famine. So they decided to move to the land of Egypt. And actually, it was kind of an easy move. Long story short, Joseph, one of Jacob's sons, was already there. He was kind of in charge of it, all the place. So they go there, and it was phenomenal. It was fantastic. They had all the food they wanted. They had all the fun they wanted. They had whatever they wanted. And it was great. But it was great for a while. Because eventually, Joseph was gone, and the situation changed dramatically. So, that place that they escaped to became the place they were enslaved by. Remember what happened after a while? Egypt enslaved the Israelites. And now let's go back to the beginning. They were starving again. And not only starving, same situation they were trying to escape from, but now they are limited and trapped. That's what Egypt means. Egypt comes from the word narrow. They were trapped the same way that David was trapped in that cave. And both David and the Israelites knew that as far as they remain in that cave or in that Egypt, they will never be able to reach their promised land. They will never be able to reach their ultimate goal in life. And then again, I was thinking, what's your way to escape? And I was realizing some people will go to drugs, alcohol, gambling, overspending, food, lack of food, so many different things that we do. But we always have to remember that sometimes the place that you escape to, then you become enslaved by it. So we have to be very careful what we do when we are overwhelmed and we have all these challenges in our lives and the places that we go. But this is the interesting thing, going back to David. Yes, he escaped to the cave. Yes, he felt safe, and then, he felt trapped. You know what the story says right after that, right after David was in this cave of Adullam? It says, when his family heard the news that he was there, they went to be with him. And also another 400 people, they went to be with David, and they took him out of the cave, and eventually that family and those 400 people will be the one who will help him to become the king. So I was thinking that sometimes, yes, we feel overwhelmed. Yes, we feel lonely. Yes, we feel scared. Yes, we feel excluded and so many other things. And we feel trapped. That's the way, that's the moment where we should be able to reach to our family, to reach to our friends, maybe to reach to other people that they are in the same situation that we are, so we can leave that dark place and we can become all what God called us to be. You see, this is something that I was reflecting upon my own life. I was a cantor for how many years? It was such a safe place. No responsibilities. Everything was up to the rabbi. I was in my safe cave. But then eventually I realized that I was trapped. I could do more. I could give more, but I will never be able to do it from that place. So my family was the one who supported me in my next step to become a rabbi, and here I am. Same happened to Shaarei Zedek, where we felt that we were trapped for so many years. We have so much to give, so much more to offer, but we were trapped. But eventually, because we knew that we can count on you, our family, our friends, we were able to break out of that cave and to plan something to give so much more to the community. So my question, my challenge for you is, what is your safe place that at the same time is trapping you? This should be the year where you should say enough is enough, and you should be able to break free from that place, and that starts relying on family, friends, community. So eventually, you can keep moving forward to reach your ultimate goal, your divine purpose. Shanah Tovah, umetuka for a happy and sweet year 5780.